Nearly 14 billion years ago, at the beginning of our universe, it existed as a shapeless mass of a single material. This primordial substance has fascinated humanity throughout history, connecting the thoughts of people across cultures and time. Today, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, commonly known as CERN, is at the forefront of researching the properties of this substance, with tens of thousands of experts from around the world collaborating on this ongoing effort. Recent experiments conducted by CERN have shown that the fundamental properties of this material are in line with what people have imagined since the dawn of civilization. Around 12,000 years ago, the constructors of Göbekli Tepe also depicted the primordial substance, ascribing fundamental properties to it, which were similar to CERN's results. Their descriptions were accepted and reproposed by subsequent generations. The most influential cultures, such as Egypt, Babylon, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, have a consensus on this subject. This video provides a brief overview of CERN's results, comparing them with related literature and art from the ancient Middle East, as well as the popular art of the people of Göbekli Tepe. Moreover, the images used in the story of the primordial substance found in their art are popular motifs today, unifying the core of human thought. Let's honor the people of Göbekli Tepe, subsequent generations, and CERN. We know that a nucleus is composed of protons and neutrons, which are made up of quarks that are glued to each other by gluons. When we talk about the beginning of the universe, we are referring to the time before the formation of the nucleus, when all quarks and gluons existed separately. This means that at the beginning, there was a giant mixture of quarks and gluons. Scientists have long debated whether this mixture was in the form of a gas cloud or a liquid ocean. In the 20th century, scientists were certain that it was a giant cloud of gas plasma, and they called it quark-gluon plasma, or QGP for short. CERN was designed to explore QGP by colliding nuclei and separating quarks and gluons to form an infinitesimal amount of QGP for an infinitesimal amount of time. In 2005, CERN was finally able to depict the state of QGP. However, to their surprise, they detected an ideal liquid, confirming that in the beginning, there was a formless ocean. CERN then prepared more advanced collisions, resulting in more extensive data, which they released in 2015. The properties of QGP were found to be similar to known liquids, but the powerful supercomputer simulations used to analyze CERN's data unveiled the twisting, whirlpool, and vortical structure of the primordial ocean. Further analysis revealed that QGP's swirling speed is more than any other recorded spinning fluid. In 2021, a group of experts from England, Spain, and Russia attested that QGP flows like water. We are aware of the differences between modern scientific methods and ancient wisdom discourse. However, we can compare the ancient and modern statements that are released publicly to expand human thought. Up to this point, CERN has depicted the primordial substance as an energetic ocean flowing like water with ultra-swirling streams, which is reminiscent of similar descriptions from ancient Middle Eastern texts. Throughout ancient Middle Eastern cultures, scholars agree that monstrous creatures, often depicted as coiled water snakes or dragons, were used to represent the mysterious, powerful, and chaotic aspects of the primordial ocean. The primordial substance in Egyptian mythology was Nun, a fiery fluid that embodied water, flood, darkness, and chaos. Its visual symbol was a coiled, giant water snake. Babylonian literature describes Tiamat as the monstrous mother of the universe, a powerful and fierce ocean symbolized by a giant water dragon. In the Old Testament, the Bible of Judaism and Christianity, the primordial substance is called Tihom, which is cognate with Tiamat and shares concepts with Nun. The metaphor used is Tannin, meaning snake, dragon, and sea monster. The Rig Veda, a Hinduism text, describes the beginning of creation as an unfathomable depth of water. Christianity also follows the Old Testament's depiction of the ocean, and influential patriarchs refer to Egyptian Nun symbolized by the letter N. The Holy Quran exclusively mentions water at the beginning of creation and also uses the letter N to refer to Nun. Scholars note that in ancient Middle Eastern literature, different liquids were often referred to as water, with the intended meaning extractable from the context. In any case, the common statement between CERN and ancient cultures is that in the beginning, there was a chaotic ocean, a concept also depicted by the people of Göbekli Tepe. Archaeologists discovered numerous vessels adorned with familiar symbols in the vicinity of Göbekli Tepe, suggesting a shared symbolism among the people who made them. The zigzag motif, which is widely popular today, was the central decoration of these vessels. It has been revived elsewhere and used as a standard symbol of water, and even as an Egyptian hieroglyph symbol over the millennia. The middle line of the zigzag motif features a serpentine head that reveals an undulating water snake and attested by scholars. For the people of Göbekli Tepe, the snake was a common and diverse symbol that appeared frequently in their monuments and elsewhere. It's worth noting that in this scene, water snakes tend to coil into spirals, which is reminiscent of the coiled water snake of Nun, the primordial substance in Egyptian mythology. It appears that the cultures of the Middle East were aware of this 12,000-year-old vessel that depicted the primordial substance. The use of these vessels in their daily lives indicates that the people of Göbekli Tepe lived with the memory of the water snake, which resurfaced in CERN's QGP, the Jewish concept of Tihom, and the Egyptian Nun. These clear similarities reveal that the primordial ocean is a universal and timeless part of human thought. It's not surprising to learn that, almost 3,800 years ago, children were reminded of QGP when learning to use alphabet letters, especially M and N. Scholars are certain that the Egyptian zigzag became the letter M in the ancient alphabet, which was called Mayim and meant water. Over time, the scribes simplified the letter into its present form. The snake, on the other hand, represented the letter N, and was also simplified for ease of writing. In the ancient alphabet, the name of the letter N was Nun, meaning water snake, reminiscent of the symbol of the Egyptian Nun. Ultimately, the letter N is the archaic symbol of the QGP ocean. Today, experts use CERN's results to complement the Big Bang Theory and complete corresponding models. Meanwhile, ancient cultures used it to narrate their creation stories, connecting human life to the universe's laws. Evaluating the reliability and applicability of ancient and modern models is an invaluable subject, which we will explore in future videos. However, for this video, we focused on the very first material of the early universe and did not discuss the differences between models and methods. Today, CERN and colleagues explain the very first substance of our universe as a swirling ocean of quarks and gluons, similar to water. This statement is supported by comprehensive scientific models and theories, which are far more detailed than ancient literature and art. However, the principal similarity between the primordial ocean of CERN and that of ancient cultures is undeniable, marking the first letter in a timeless story. Although the first written texts of history date back 5 millennia, the connection between the primordial ocean and the motifs of Göbekli Tepe is not based solely on literature. Nonetheless, our results are rooted in an unbroken line of related symbols throughout history expressed in ancient Middle Eastern literature. If we disregard the popular motifs of Göbekli Tepe, the striking consensus from 5 millennia ago until now remains. The consensus about the primordial ocean in ancient Middle Eastern cultures was attested before the 21st century. Subsequently, the 21st century advances in archaeology, epigraphy, comparative linguistics, and CERN shed light on the uniqueness of QGP, water snakes or dragons, Nun, Tihom, and N. Join us as the source of ancient knowledge of the QGP ocean unveils itself in the timeless story. In the next video, we will explore the common model of galaxy formation for both modern and ancient humans, bringing us a step closer to understanding the source of their knowledge.